Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Fishman Partnership Series. This is a series where we dig into the details with some of our favorite musical instrument partners that we work with. And we're very excited today to have the gentleman from Michael Kelly Guitars with us. And we plan to dig into the details on several of their very cool new instruments. So joining us today on the live stream is Mr. Steve Pisani and Randy Jackson.
There you go.
We got them all. Steve is the Vice President and Managing Director of Michael Kelly Guitars. How are you today, Steve?
Good, Rob. Hey, Randy. How you guys doing?
Right on.
Doing good.
Excellent. Doing well. And of course, we've got Mr. Randy Jackson, guitarist, vocalist, composer, founder of the famous band Zebra with us today. So thank you for joining us, Randy.
Oh, good to be here, Rob. Thanks.
Excellent, excellent. Very cool. Well, we've got a handful of great guitars to dig into today. But before we do that, obviously, it goes without saying, it's been an unprecedented 14 months or so for everybody in the guitar business, everybody in the music business, everybody everywhere. I just wanted to spend a minute catching up a little bit. Randy, how have you been, and how have you adapted and adopted to the constraints we've had for the last 14 months, and how has it informed your music and what you do?
Well, I've spent the time since the first lockdown performing online. I was
Right on.
I was actually down in my hometown, in New Orleans, Louisiana, when the big boom came, and fortunately, I had a little condo down there, and I set myself up to perform, and I was doing it on a daily basis every afternoon, and I'm still doing it now, and it's been great. To do that, of course, it's not playing out live, but
Right.
I do get to interact with the fans a lot through the messaging and stuff, which is a little different than doing stuff live. And so I've learned a lot actually in this past year about a lot of things, the technologies and just everything. So I look at the last year for me as being kind of a go back to school thing, and it's been good.
Excellent. Well, that is great to hear. And it also, of course, has been an incredible time for the guitar as an instrument and music, right? So many people are starting to play. So many people that have been playing refocused their efforts and really got into music and guitar, which has been a great thing. Steve, maybe you could catch us up with what's been happening with you and what's been happening with Michael Kelly during this period.
Well, thanks, Rob. The boom in guitar sales have been amazing. One of the cool things about Michael Kelly, which you're going to learn later in the program, is some of our advanced technology with acoustic hybrid technology. So many players have been purchasing our guitars as another guitar for their collection,
Sure.
which gives them a whole different palette of sounds to use and play. And then, of course, the beginners, people always want to learn to play. Our entry-level guitars are amazing quality for a very affordable price. So that's been a real exciting part of our business. And another part has been the females, the young ladies.
Sure.
We've seen so many females ordering guitars and contacting us through our various websites and online, and commenting how they love the guitars. And so we've seen such a growth spurt. And again, Michael Kelly, the quality and the features at an affordable price has really put us on the map. And it's been really exciting. The guitars are selling very well. And we were very lucky in the fact that a guitar like we're going to discuss later, Randy's guitar, we started pre-production and design before the pandemic, and it happened to be finished. And POs were in, and we had the guitars when the pandemic was in full regalia, if you will. But so we had some new
Sure.
models that we could introduce. So that was exciting too. And we never had a Michael Kelly 12 string. And it was great being able to introduce this guitar at that time. So a lot of the Michael Kelly collectors and aficionados had another guitar to purchase. And the sales of the 12 string have been really outstanding. So it's been an interesting ride in the world of guitar playing. People love playing the guitar. People like having music in their home.
Mhm.
And luckily, the guitar has been a real godsend for a lot of people during this time.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Steve, thank you for catching us up on that. It's great to hear that both you and Randy have, found a way to reinvent and reinvigorate all through the shutdown and all the challenges we've featured, and faced. I do want to say thank you, first of all, to everybody that's chimed in. This is an interactive live stream, so we do welcome questions about Michael Kelly guitars, questions for Randy, questions about Fishman, whatever you might have. And some people already have been kind enough to chime in just with nice comments and saying hello. So Dardo and Richard and Lynette and Glenn, hello to everyone, and thank you for joining us today on the live stream. So we've got a few exciting instruments today, and maybe an additional surprise or two. But I wanted to kick off with a very, very, very cool guitar, which is the Hybrid Special Ziricote guitar. And we're going to dig into the details of that guitar. But to get started, I'd like to play just a little piece of video featuring guitarist George Pennington, really showing us what this guitar can do. Let's check that out. Awesome. Well, that was a beautiful piece by George, showing us a lot of the capabilities of the guitar. Steve, tell us about the Hybrid Special Ziricote, and maybe a little bit of the history of the Hybrid Special guitar as well. I know that's been around for a while and been a very popular guitar.
Yeah, the Hybrid Special Michael Kelly guitar, it's been about close to 20 years. And it's an innovative guitar. It's one of our most popular models that we offer. Of course, it gives you the capabilities to play acoustic via the Fishman Partnership,
Yep.
or or you can also plug the pickups right into the guitar, like a standard electric humbucking guitar. So you have both capabilities in one guitar. And for some of the gigging musicians, it is rather convenient having both types of sounds right on your one instrument. So that works out really well. Um, I'll go over some of the features for you on
Sure.
the guitar. What we have is, of course, the humbucking pickups, which are the Rockfield SWC
Hmm.
pickups on there. Each pickup, we have a push pull, so you can split coil them as well. And then, of course, we have the Fishman power chip and the Fishman under the saddle pickup. So powered by this Fishman. So being able to, like I said, have the capabilities to play like a standard humbucking guitar or utilizing the Fishman pickup is a real treat for players. Um, Many players also use the blend control, which he's
Hmm.
using right there, and you could blend in just as much of the Fishman power chip as you like in the system. Now, I'll go over that with you now that I'm
Yeah.
back. Okay, what we have here is your pickup selector,
Right.
and the cool thing about it, the guitar is beautiful. That Ziricote top with maple pickup covers as well as maple knobs really sets it off nice. So you have your pickup selector from your bridge, of course, both, and your
Yeah.
neck. And this switch down here lets you choose. Up is the pickups as usual.
Yep.
Here is both the Fishman and the humbuckering pickups. And
Yep.
down like this is soloing the acoustic pickup, which is very cool. Volume for the humbuckers and tone and for those, and of course the split coil.
Hmm.
And this is the volume for the Fishman pickup.
Right.
There. Now, another cool feature is on the output, you could plug the guitar into one amplifier and utilize these features. Also, you can use a standard stereo wide jack, and you can plug the humbucking pickups into your amp, your guitar amp, and the Fishman system will go either into acoustic amp or into your PA system, and you can blend in those two tones, so you can have the separation. So think about it. You could have your regular humbucking sounds and all your effects, and then at the same time, you could be going through the PA and get the traditional acoustic sound. A couple of other cool things that about this guitar, we have something called the double compensated saddle, which a lot of other uh, manufacturers really don't even look into. This compensated saddle double is the B and the G string is also compensated, so the
Hmm.
guitar stays in tune up the whole neck. It has a very deep cutaway, so you can get up there on those high notes, block and lay. And like I said, this is one of the most popular guitars we sell. And judging from all the feedback I get from the emails and comments, people love the guitar. And this was new. We just released it last year. And so far, it's been real successful.
Oh, it's great. Well, definitely a striking instrument, and as you say, there's a lot of versatility in there. And I know the guitar has a chambered mahogany body, Steve. How would you
Yes.
compare the weight of that guitar to a standard solid body? Is it substantially lighter, or is it similar in weight to a solid body guitar?
It's about, I say, 20% lighter.
Okay.
About 20%
Yeah.
lighter. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nice.
So it's comfortable to play all day, all night long, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, and something else I'd like to point out,
Hmm.
the bridge system. We have the strings through the body. Maybe you can see that. This
Right.
way. Oh,
Yeah, there
there you
it
go.
is.
Strings through the body, which allows for even pressure over the saddle,
Yes.
which gives you, yeah, which gives you an even tone response from
Yes.
E to E. That's a nice feature there.
No, very smart.
Absolutely.
Good stuff. Excellent. Well, I want to bring Randy into this conversation as well, because Randy, you of course have a long history of playing, the hardest rock, electric guitar sounds and also a ton of acoustic guitar in your music. Randy, perhaps you could just share some of your experience with us in using hybrid guitars in a live performance, and maybe some of your experience with the Hybrid Special, if you've had a chance to check those out.
Yeah, the addition of the acoustic, the Fishman acoustic pickup on the bridge really enhances the clean sound for me when I'm doing songs like zebra songs, like "Take Your Fingers from My Hair" or "One More Chance," where I have really lighter parts to be played, and it adds an acoustic quality to the electric that you just can't get with an electric guitar, and so I love it. And that's why Steve and I are working on a version of this guitar that I've been playing for quite a while. I have a prototype of it, and it's a little heavier.
Sure.
So, it's made for battle, but it's got a lot of features that a few more features on it. Let's just say
that's great. Well, we'll definitely take a look at that one in a minute. And it's very interesting that the first thing that you mentioned, Randy, is the possibility of doubling, right? The possibility of having both acoustic and electric sounds, not just in an A-B setting, which of course is cool too, to go from a nice acoustic intro to a screaming guitar solo or something, but the textural difference of being able to play both, for example, a clean or even a semi-distorted electric guitar sound with that little layer of acoustic under there.
Yeah.
It becomes really cool. And I think a lot of people, maybe subconsciously, so many of the great classic rock records and things, there's a great history of acoustic guitar being layered in under things you hear as aggressive and rock and roll. So no question there. That is
the
a
way
taste.
to do it live now,
Yeah, absolutely. And it's very manageable. And of course, Steve mentioned the fact that you can use that guitar in two different ways. If you are plugging into a single amp, our power chip technology actually can tell that it's a mono cable. It will automatically mix those signals in mono so you can play through a single amp. And to really get the most out of it and get that differentiation, like Randy was mentioning, you plug in a stereo Y cable, and now you can have your magnetic pickups going through the pedals that you like, and the overdriven amps, and it's purely electric on that side of the street, and then run your Fishman pickup, your acoustic side, out to either a great acoustic amp or to a PA system through a DI, and now you've got this great full range sound. Because of course, with an acoustic guitar sound, to really sound truly acoustic, it needs full range amplification, because there's so much more low end and high end than an electric guitar amp would deliver. But it works in either setting, and there's certainly no wrong application of it. If you can, you can make a lot of music, get a lot of different shades out of that instrument, for sure. Awesome. Well, that is a killer, and we're going to continue. I guess we have a Ziricote themed show today.
Exactly.
That is the binding element here. So once again, Michael Kelly's successful in a number of different areas. Michael Kelly is successful in solid body electric guitars. Michael Kelly is successful in bass guitars. Michael Kelly has a really substantial contribution in hybrid guitars, like the Hybrid Special range. And of course, Michael Kelly also has acoustic and acoustic electric guitars as well. So before we jump into the next guitar, Steve, maybe you can field the question that came in from Howard. He was asking about how much the Hybrid Special guitar costs, the Hybrid Special Ziricote.
Okay. You know, a lot of guitars with this type technology sells for a lot of money. We are
Yes.
very happy to inform you that this guitar is $849 street price.
Wow. Okay.
Hell of a guitar, $849.
That's a lot of guitar. Darren says he loves his Hybrid Special, his Michael Kelly Hybrid Special, and he plays it on every gig. So awesome. Thank you, Darren, with a thumbs up. That's very cool.
We're going to
love it.
come down and jam with you, Darren, Randy, and I.
There you go. There you go. I love it. That's great. So once again, in addition to Hybrid Specials and hybrid guitars, Michael Kelly, of course, also has some really unique offerings in the acoustic electric guitar side. And the guitar that we want to dig into the details on today is the brand new Forte Port 12-string Randy Jackson Ziricote guitar. So in order to hear this guitar in action, let's play a little bit of video so we can hear it and see it, and then we'll dig into the details on this with Randy and Steve. Wow. Sounded fantastic. We had some nice comments during Randy's piece. You know, people said that the guitar looked and sounded beautiful. We had some nice words for the Fishman side. It was great. Absolutely. So Randy, this is your guitar. Congratulations, first of all,
Thank you.
on
Thanks a lot.
The release of this guitar. You know, tell us about it. Tell us about the creation. Tell us about your history with 12-string guitars and how you use them in your music. I'd love to hear more about that, as well as the guitar.
Yeah, I started off playing a Guild way back in the day, and that was the first 12-string that I used on the Who's Behind the Door video.
Okay.
And one thing about it was solid, and it worked great and sounded good, but it was very expensive, you know,
Yes.
and not everybody could afford one. And so when Steve came to me and said, let's design a guitar, the one thing I wanted it to do was stay in tune. That's
Yes.
the most important thing for me. And then I wanted it to sound great. And, you know, so we really worked on reinforcing the bridge down here. We went through several different prototypes of the guitar before we finally came up with one that's just rock solid and gonna last, you know, till into the next century. You know, there's no doubt about it. And then, of course, the electronics. You guys came up with the, you know, the little preamp here, and there's the button on it that sets an acoustic tone instead of having the tone controls, and the tone button is just awesome. It's perfect. I mean,
Cool.
it's like I couldn't have done it better sitting in there and figuring out how to EQ it myself. So I was really, really happy with it. And so I've been using the guitar all year long on my live shows on Facebook, and it's great. It just doesn't fail me, and it's been a pleasure to play. So I'm really happy with it. And I think it's been how long since we released the guitar, Steve?
About 3 months now.
3 months, something like that. But didn't we had like earlier on when we decided on the model?
Right.
Yeah.
Right, a handful. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's stood the test, and I think it's great that we released it during the pandemic. Got a lot of people focused on acoustic. For me, it was, being able to play every day online was a great outlet and a great way to demonstrate the guitar. And we went through a lot getting this thing designed, but anybody that gets a hold of one is going to be happy. I can guarantee that. It's one thing I really do love about it too is what you don't see a lot is there's a sound hole at the top. So when I'm playing, nobody really sees that. But when you're just playing acoustic, now you've got the sound coming straight up at you, and it's awesome. Of course, there's the sound hole in the front, here.
Yeah.
And it's just quite a guitar. Also, the fact that there's no sound hole under the strings really helps live with there being no feedback. A lot of times I'd get, with my other guitars, I'd get a lot of feedback once the sound man started putting it up through the house and turning up the low end. But I haven't had that issue at all with the Michael Kelly, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that there's no sound hole right under the strings to give that resonance that makes the strings just feedback. So
Yeah.
it's just been awesome all around.
Oh, super, super duper cool. Drew is writing in with a question. He's asking how the bridge is anchored. Is it simply glued on, or does it have a truss to deal with the extra tension of a 12-string? Steve, perhaps you could tell us about that construction a little bit.
Drew, thanks for writing in and for your interest in the guitars. I'm glad you brought up the bridge. Our bridges are very unique design. We're very proud of them. It's a 0-pin bridge, 0-end pin bridge, where we don't utilize bridge pins. The guitar, the balls of the strings just anchor underneath the bridge with an aluminum plate.
Okay.
The bridge is glued on, and it has 2 anchors as well. And the 0-end pin bridge, we work very closely with Rob and the Fishman team and Randy and I to, again, ensure there's even pressure over that saddle. So all the strings have the same volume. And we took a little work on that one, remember, guys? But that was a major success having that. Well, we got
3 anchors. 3 anchors. It has.
Okay.
It has a middle anchor and end anchors. The second model, the second prototype had the 2 anchors. We went to 3, and that solved the problem. Yep.
Yep. And also what we did is we moved back the 12-string, the higher strings, the angle of the strings over the saddle. That way we have an even pressure right across all of them.
Yeah.
But because of that, when you play that guitar like you heard in the video, it has amazing clarity and even volume across all of the strings.
Oh, very cool. John is writing in with kind words about Randy. He says that, Randy, you've been his favorite guitarist for 40 years and that you're awesome, talented, and amazing. So there you go.
Well, thank you, John.
Yeah.
Very good.
Appreciate
John knows what's happening. So,
we were
but
very
yeah,
happy.
What's that, Steve?
We were very happy to have Randy collaborate with us. This
Of
is
course.
Michael Kelly's first signature guitar. And
wow.
since Michael Kelly is pretty prominent in the acoustic world, we thought Randy and I would collaborate on the design and brought in our buddies of Fishman on a 12 string. You know, it's
Right
really
on.
exciting. Yeah.
No, it's a great guitar, and Randy, you touched on so many of the things that I don't think people think about when they're picking out a guitar, but you being a professional, heavy gigging, performing, live streaming musician, you talked about stability. You talked about tuning stability, rigidity of the guitar, the ability to perform without feedback or problems. These are all very real challenges that people face when they perform with acoustic guitars. And it's great to see in your model that you've addressed the structural elements. And then, of course, on the electronic side, your guitar features the Precis 1 system. And the button you were talking about, we call that our contour control.
Right.
And it does exactly as you say. It takes the system from a flat equalization and puts in a carefully chosen enhanced low end, enhanced high end, and reduced mid range that many people find very pleasant as far as acoustic guitar goes. So
I'm one of them.
good. Well, I'm glad that it works for you. Of course, there's also a built-in chromatic tuner, which is useful when you have 12 strings on your guitar. That's handy, and that will mute the output when you engage the tuner. And the other button that's on there, the other feature that's on there, also can be very helpful for fighting feedback, and that's the phase reversal switch. So that's a great first line of defense for feedback when you're in a live room, never knowing what the phase reference of the monitor wedges are going to be room to room. There's really no standard. So you can get up to your playing position and kind of dial that in, and that can be helpful too. But I love the guitar. While we're looking, I think up in and around the 12th fret. Actually, it's past the 12th fret, I believe. But we've got a beautiful inlay in this guitar. Randy, can you tell me what that inlay is and the story behind it?
You know what? Steve will know more about that than I do. I just saw it and I liked it a lot. I thought it was cool. I said, let's just go with it. Because I just, for me, the guitar just needed to play great and sound great. And we got that. So I'm going to, Steve's the artist.
Yeah.
We call that the Celtic knot.
Okay.
And it was on a few earlier Michael Kelly models.
All right.
And it features, abalone and pearl inlay. And I just thought it was really, really striking, So we used mini dot inlays on the other frets, but the Celtic knot, it just stands right out, and the pearl, mother of pearl, is beautiful, and so we decided to reach back into Michael Kelly's grab bag of cool design elements and use the Celtic knot there.
Yeah, no, it's striking on the guitar, and as you say, with the small dots everywhere else, it really allows that piece of inlay to really, really nicely be featured, and it's beautiful. Steve, can you share with us a little bit? Okay, Eddie is dying to have this guitar in his collection.
All right.
He uses fancy words like "please address availability." So allow me to translate. I think that means Eddie would like to know when he can get his hands on one of these. When are they going to be available?
The first shipment came in and obviously sold right out.
Yeah.
We have them on order with the factory. I would suggest to go on michaelkellyguitars.com and put your order in, or you could go to one of our favorite partners, samashmusic.com, and put in your order for the guitar. One thing about the guitar that's interesting is our close relationship with Randy. We had plenty of time, I'll call it battle testing. Randy performed a lot with the guitar with each prototype. As we went, the succession of prototypes till we finally finalized and approved the guitar that he is now playing. But the good thing about this is the guitar, Randy has played it. Played it and played it and played it. Yeah. And so we know the quality, and we also know the durability, and we're getting great feedback. So for you folks out there who want a great 12 string, put that order in and get that deposit on, because they are going like hotcakes.
Oh, it's good. It's good. Well, it's definitely exciting that you know, Randy, for yourself, obviously with a lot of artist guitars in this world, it's, you know, hey, would you put your name on this thing we already make? And obviously this guitar is from the ground up with your input, and as Steve mentioned, with the close relationship that you have with Michael Kelly, you know, you were really able to contribute and really able to prove that guitar out, which as an artist must feel good because your name is on it, so it's a reflection of you, and it's
and there was never any rush to get it out. You know, Steve wasn't
Right.
saying, you know, come on, we got to make a decision here. It wasn't anything like that. He wanted it to be right.
Yeah.
And you know how you make it right is you take it out in the field and you
Yep.
and you play it, and you play
Yes.
it, you play it, and you play it. And that's what I did, you know, with all the prototypes. And you know, it was a lot of testing and stuff. And I think that's what makes this guitar a really great guitar. I mean, you're anybody that's making a guitar, you know, to have, you know, because I was playing a lot
Sure.
of live shows every week, and we really put it through a lot of tests. So this last year, especially doing shows online, I mean, I was playing practically every day online, and and it's, you know, this is the guitar right here. It's I'm still playing it. It's perfect. You know, it has nothing that the bridge isn't rising up. There's no, you wouldn't know it didn't just come right out of the box, you know.
Awesome. No, that is great, and you know, obviously here on the Fishman side, a similar approach to everything that we do. Even our most affordable and most simple systems, we know that they're going to be out there. They're going to be on big stages. They're going to be on small stages. They're going to be played hard. We need them to deliver and work every day, and thrilled to hear that the guitar is performing exactly the way that you want it to. It's a killer guitar, no question about that. So we are getting towards the end of our live stream today. And thank you again for everybody that's writing in. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for the nice comments. And we've got, let me see, we've got Mike here writing in. Michael Kelly has been known for the best bang for your buck. Classic tone guitars with features, modern features that players want for an extremely fair price. Michael Kelly guitars rock. Beating the big manufacturers up. Right on. Okay, well, thank you. I hear you. Jackie writes in, when Randy is the zone, he beat that thing up. I think he only busted one string. So, excellent. Well, Randy, you're going to have to work harder because there's 11 more strings to break. If you're gonna really show it who's the boss, you gotta get through there.
Rob, you know,
Yeah.
one thing is the guitar that Randy plays, his
Yes.
actual guitar, that is the guitar that we are selling.
That's-
All the features, that
Yep.
is the model.
Love
Randy
it.
doesn't have a special guitar with
No.
special features. That is
Killer.
the guitar.
Well, that is fantastic. Greg is writing with a question asking if the guitar comes with a case, a hard case.
We offer a hard case and we
Mhm.
offer a gig bag with
Got
the
it.
guitar. And we have something called a bundle. So if you buy the
Okay.
guitar with the case of the bag, you get a discount.
Nice.
Special. Yeah.
Well, it's cool to offer people a choice and options that way. Every guitar player I know, myself included, has an attic full of hard cases, you know, for all of our guitars, and a couple of gig bags get them around. But it's great that people have that option to pick whatever they want. So Scott is writing in and asking if you're going to bring back the semi-hollow guitar and the thin line vibe semi-hollow.
Thanks, Scott, for writing in. We're always looking at the previous models that Michael Kelly offered, and I can't say definitely we're going to bring that back, but we might. But right now, we have some new design models like Randy's guitar
Hmm.
that we are introducing over the next year or two. But I can say that it's definitely on the table, but I cannot really let you know when we would get back to that type of model.
Got it. Thank you, Steve. Well, that's great. So, you know, obviously we don't want or need any highly confidential information from Michael Kelly Guitars, but what you know, Steve, for you, what is coming up in the near term this year? Are there new instruments and models being planned? Are there any events? I know you're a guitar player yourself. Do you have any gigs coming up? What's going on?
With Michael Kelly, we have several new models that we're working on. Another hybrid type guitar, a solid body guitar, a Michael Kelly with P90s
Okay,
that just about finished the approving the specs on. That's exciting. And
for
then
sure.
here's a prototype that we're thinking about putting out. It's a hybrid as well. It's a
Okay,
55 with the
nice.
power. This
Okay,
one's really cool. Satin flat finish.
yeah.
Here's your pickup for the volume for the Fishman.
Hmm.
Of course, you have your pickup controls here, and this switch puts in the Fishman, both, or your Rockfield pickups. So this is something pretty cool. We got this in. We're beta testing it right now. Of course, you
Wow.
got the single coil. So that's
Yeah.
another nice model that we're working on. And Randy has another prototype that we are working on, a
Really?
Patriot. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Usually when I ask this question, people don't want to talk anything. You guys are, going deep into the cupboard here. I appreciate that. So tell us about this beautiful guitar, Randy.
Well, this one's got a lot of the features that I was looking for in an electric acoustic. Uh, and mine has uh, a wood-colored knob, so you know
Okay.
exactly what it is. When you
Yeah.
see the wood, you know you're going acoustic.
Yeah.
I've got, instead of just two volume knobs, I've got a tone control right here, and I've
Okay.
got the two volume knobs for the two pickups here.
Yeah.
The switch to switch between acoustic and electric that Steve's been showing you
Yeah.
is right here. And
Okay.
then I have the switch to switch pickups up here,
Right.
where a lot of people are used to seeing it. And then down here, I have a master volume for the whole thing. So it will bring the volume of the entire guitar down instead of just having individual controls, which I thought was important, if you want to fade things out or fade things up. And instead of the push
Yeah.
for the single coil, we have switches.
Okay.
And because when I'm playing, it's too hard for me to grab the the volume control. That's my own personal preference.
Sure.
And I wanted to have it so I could just flip a switch to get the single coil effect with the pickups. And once again, it's got the stereo outputs, so we can have you can either have it mono. A mono cable will work with it. Will output both the electric and the acoustic part of the guitar, or you can have a stereo jack with a stereo cable running to two different sources, guitar amp, PA. It would be a PA for me for sure. And then again, the pinless bridge is part of this,
Sure.
and it works great. It's and this is the prototype. We're not quite done with it yet, so we're going to go probably through at least one more configuration of it. But I've been playing this on stage with Zebra now for a while, and it's working out great. I haven't had any problems with it at all.
Oh wow, that is super cool. And we had more nice comments. Star was chiming in. Mike and Kathy saying that they thought the guitar was amazing. And those guitars, Steve, both the 55 style guitar you showed and the Patriot guitar that Randy's holding, those are both interesting because they're also hybrid guitars, like the Hybrid Special, but now these are using the Fishman power bridge. So now there's a metal bridge involved. So they're both acoustic and electric hybrid guitars. These two guitars are, you know, a little bit more in the direction of traditional electric guitar, you know, with the auxiliary acoustic sound. So you've got a lot of nice choices there. Steve, on the 55 guitar, is that confirmed and happening, or is that just an idea at this point?
We are close.
Okay.
We have sent prototypes to some of our distribution partners, and they're very excited about it. And I'm going to be playing it. Then I'm going to give it to Randy, let him play it. We take our
Nice.
time.
Yeah.
Michael Kelly, we don't just rush new models out. We beta test them. We put them through the ringer. We play them live.
Yes.
We put them through the live application, so we really know. And then we get some feedback from people, and then we make the decision. But this one, I really like this one, but we'll see what Randy says when he gets it.
Got it. No, that's, you know, once again, great process. Obviously, making sure everything is battle tested before it gets out there. And Randy, how about your guitar? How about your signature Patriot guitar? What is the timing on that? Are you still in the battle testing process, and it'll be out when, you know, when you've got all the details the way you want?
There's no time frame for it to be out right now. We're
Okay.
you know, we've been working so hard on the 12-string acoustic.
Sure.
We're just now getting back to thinking about when this is going to be released and what we're going to do with this model. We want it to be comfortable for a lot of different players, and there's a couple of things I'd probably like to do with it, you know, that are different than the guitar I've got right here, and we'll see if we can, you know, add those to the next model and just make it right when it comes out.
Excellent, excellent. Well, certainly want to say thank you to everyone today for joining us. All the nice questions and comments, it's greatly appreciated. Randy, I know you mentioned you've you know, quickly found a way to stay really busy and vital and performing during the pandemic with your daily live streams and all that kind of thing. What's coming up for you? Live streams are going to continue. Are in-person appearances and live gigs coming up anytime soon, or is that still a way out?
We're actually doing a couple of zebra shows down in Florida on June 5th and 6th.
Nice.
In Largo, Florida, which is near Tampa, at the Largo Cultural Center. And I've done a couple of acoustic shows, live acoustic shows. I'm going to kind of really start those back up again towards the beginning of June, end of May. I've got a couple of shows the last week of May, and then you know, I'm just in the process of booking some things right now. We're all vaccinated now, and hopefully we can get out there and go live 100% now. So I'm looking forward to it.
Wow, that sounds great. And for people to keep track of you and find out what's going on with yourself and with Zebra, where should they go, Randy? What's the best place to find out? You know, I know you're always adding things, the gigs and performances you have coming up.
Yeah. I mean, our website, which is being updated right now, is thedoor.com.
Okay.
The Door, like who's behind the door.com. And they can also find me on Facebook by just typing in Randy Jackson of Zebra.
Okay.
And all the shows are usually posted there too. Randy Jackson of Zebra on Facebook.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, we'll be sure to do that. Excellent. And Steve, how about yourself? What is coming up? Are you getting back out there and gigging again? Are you doing more live stream stuff? What are you doing?
Yeah, we have out here where we live on Long Island, there's a pretty cool scene where you play a lot of the beach clubs and things. So
Yeah.
we have a pretty cool schedule going through. And I've been using my Michael Kelly acoustic often, and people have been really responding to it. It's a really nice guitar. So it's always fun out there and playing. And a lot of the Michael Kelly customers come to the shows. So, nothing like playing and singing and having some fun. So, we have a pretty good schedule right from Memorial Day to Labor Day. And like I said, it's fun. Everybody comes out and we have a good time.
Excellent, excellent. And as far as Michael Kelly goes, people that want to find out more information about the guitar and things that are coming up and going on, where's the best place for them to go to learn about what you guys have cooking?
If you like to email, it could be info@michaelkellyguitars.com.
Okay.
You can go on the website too, where there's all contact information. We always have something new and unique popping on the website. Also, you can follow us on our Facebook page, and
Sure.
periodically we post new things, and also we revisit some of the older popular guitars as well. So we love hearing from everybody, and I really enjoy everyone's emails and comments, and interacting with fellow guitar players. There's nothing better than that.
Hear, hear. Excellent, excellent. Well, Steve and Randy, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure. It was great to catch up with you guys. It was great to learn about all the guitars we thought we were going to talk about and all the cool tricks that you pulled out of your bag. So thank you for that. We've got many people writing in saying thank you. We want to say thank you to you as well on behalf of Fishman and Michael Kelly. This has been the Fishman Partner Series. Please take care, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.